Hello everyone, this is Ultra Nova Gaming, and I'm coming at you today with another surprise trade showdown battle video. So a little bit of difference from the surprise trade showdown that we did earlier. We've tweaked the rules a little bit to make it just a bit more competitive. So now when we are doing our surprise trades, we are going to be allowed one mulligan, or the chance to evolve one of the Pokemon that we receive in the surprise trade. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in with our first surprise trade is already ready to go. So here we go. Alright, excellent. So that's actually not a bad one. Stunfisk. Let's jump in right into the next one here. Okay. Had a lot of hope for this Goldet last time, so hopefully we'll get something very nice in its place to replace it. And a Vullaby. That one might not be a bad one to evolve. So what was really fun about that surprise trade battle is just the variety of different Pokemon that we get to see, but unfortunately sometimes, you might get swept. So I know that Arctozolt kind of stole the show last time, but, again, we've made some tweaks to the rules just to kind of make it a little bit more even and make these battles possibly a bit more fun. Mr. Rhyme. So for those of you that is keeping up with my surprise lock, that we did receive a Mr. Mime in one of our trades, and I was really sad because we had to trade him away. So I think, right off the bat, we're going to be doing Eviolite Mr. Mime for sure. Okay, so we're going after our fourth slotted Pokemon. Hopefully it can be as good as that last one because he is very useful. So I think so far, maybe evolving the Vullaby would be our best chance. And, I'm thinking that as of right now, I'm not wanting any mulligans. But again, we have 2 more to go, so we will see. Just imagine if we were surprise traded like something crazy like a shiny or a Mew or something like that. Toxtricity. So, you know what? I'm really hoping that this one is the G-Max because that is going to really, really help. And interestingly enough, we had a Toxel on our last team. Here, let me check this Toxtricity real quick. I'm just very curious. He's a G-Max, guys. Okay, so 5th and the 6th slotted Pokemon so far. Really liking the lineup. Especially with Overdrive. Tell you what, we're definitely going to be Gigantamaxing our Toxtricity here because he's just too fun not to. He looks really cool too. Okay. I think I really like our setup so far, so I don't really mind what we get with these last 2 because we either have the ability to mulligan it or evolve it. So, Impidimp, not bad. Wondering if Morgrem gets Prankster because that would be something else. Let me take a look here while we're waiting on this next trade. I'm going to double check and see because that would be interesting. So, because right now he's got standard ability as Frisk. Okay, Morgrim, let's see. He does get Prankster. I think we're keeping him, but we're going to need to put an ability capsule on him. And ability capsules are expensive, but will I do this for a surprise trade showdown? I sure will. Tell you what though, Impidimp even does get Prankster, but you know, he may be too weak. Snorunt. You know, we're going to keep the Prankster. And so let's take a look at our set of Pokemon here. So depending on what this Snorunt has, it's going to kind of determine what we're going to want to do. So you know what, Snorunt, not too bad. We're going to choose to evolve in this one. So we're going to evolve our Impidimp into a Morgrim. Let's give him an ability capsule and see what happens. So you know what, I thought about it a little bit, and I really think that our best bet is to probably just trade away this Impidimp. So I realize that Prankster can be an advantage here, but I'm running kind of low on ability capsules and battle points, so unfortunately Impidimp's not going to make the cut here. And Vullaby's moves were not that spectacular, so we're actually going to turn our Vullaby into a Mandibuzz. So we are taking the mulligan. We are going to be trading away our Impidimp, and hopefully we can get something really nice in its place. And in just a moment here, I'm going to go ahead and do the moves and the items. I'm going to show you what I have before we jump into battle here. But let's get our sixth and final Pokemon. Here we go. The Impidimp would have been nice, but there was just too much of an investment to kind of get him up and going. Slowpoke. I think I was talking about this in one of my other videos. I've wanted to use this guy, and now I've got a big decision to make as to whether or not we should Eviolite him or the Mr. Mime, the Galarian Mr. Mime. Okay, so I'm all finished with our moves and our items, so I'm going to show you guys what we got here. So first off, I did decide to evolve our Mandibuzz here, and we'll get to that in just a moment here. But our Stunfisk was a tough one because he has a higher attack stat, but he only learns Metal Claw. So we've got a little bit of a mixed set on this Stunfisk here. We decided to go with a Life Orb, and he's going to get Sucker Punch, Rock Slide, Flash Cannon, and Earthquake. Next up, we have our Mandibuzz here. Mandibuzz is really going to come in handy here. I'm excited about this one because he learns Tailwind, and that is going to really help us out with speed priority. And he gets leftovers because Mandibuzz's defenses are pretty good. So on him, we've got Knockoff, Tailwind, Bone Rush, and Brave Bird, which is excellent. I'm really excited for this one. Next one here is this Toxtricity, which I am really liking. We give him an Air Balloon since he's got that 4 times weakness to ground. And we are almost certainly going to be Dynamaxing him. That'll be a lot of fun. Next, we have our smallest one of the bunch here, the Snorunt, but his move pool was actually pretty decent. So we got him Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Protect, and then we've also got Spikes here too. So I went ahead and decided to give him a Focus Sash because of that. So, if we can get some Spikes going, that would be pretty neat. Next, we've got our Mr. Mime. Now, I wanted to put the Eviolite on him, but Slowpoke is just too fun not to put that Eviolite on, and I'm going to show you him in a minute. But essentially with the Mr. Mime, we just wanted to make sure that we hit our stab moves, and then maybe throw in a Light Screen there and a Citrus Berry to survive maybe 1 or 2 attacks here so we can get some defenses up. But overall, liking Mr. Mime. And then lastly, we have our Slowpoke here with our Stab, Zen Headbutt. We've got Liquidation, Substitute as a surprise, and of course Slack Off, which is going to help him recover HP. And we've given him an Eviolite, so hopefully this will be a lot more fun. And you know what? We're going to get right into the battle here. Just to, as a reminder for everyone, this is a 6-on-6 with normal rules, because we want to make sure that everyone is going to be set to level 50 here. because we don't know what we're getting out of these surprise trades. So jumping right in here. Okay, let's do... Yep, no, not Team 1. Our party here. Really have a good feeling about this team, hoping that we can really have some fun with this one. So let's do... I'll do random. I haven't yet picked something a favorite of mine yet, so really do like the soundtrack in this game. So I'm thinking top 2 Pokemon. Let's go ahead and start with Mandibuzz. So we do have Tailwind on that one. And then we'll also set up our spikes with our Snorunt here. And then it really doesn't matter the order of the rest of these guys since we are taking all 6. Okay, so just looking at NJ's team here, looks like he didn't turn out as favorable. So we'll kind of see what moves that he has on there. Looks like he may have opted to do a mulligan, but I'm thinking that may be a Gigantamax Toxtricity, and it's kind of cool that we actually got one of each form there. But looking like he also got a Litten. So for those of you that know, Pokemon Home was recently released. We were able to bring over about 30, 45-ish new Pokemon that we hadn't previously had. So this should be an interesting one, so we'll see. Okay, so it looks like right off the bat here we're going to see Lit and Toxtricity. So the Toxtricity, really, that can only mean one thing. So I'm thinking, right off the bat here, let's just try to set up a Tailwind, so this way we have higher speed throughout the game, hopefully. And then, you know what, we're going to want to go ahead and... we're just going to go ahead and try the spikes now. I mean, I was thinking about possibly protecting. It's no good. Okay, we might lose our Mandibuzz here. Okay, so, we weren't able to get off the Tailwind, but we might still be able to recover from this one, but at least we'll get off the spikes. Just really unfortunate that the Litten had the Fake Out. So, you know what, we'll go right into the Stunfisk here, so we got a good matchup against the Toxtricity. So I do believe, I can't remember if he has an air balloon. That's my fault. So you know what, we're just going to try to Earthquake here, and then we will give us Protect here, just to give us a little bit more survivability. So hopefully our Stunfisk will come through for us here. Okay. We still might be able to pick up the KO on the Litten here. Oh my, into the Stunfisk, let's see. Oh, not enough. So you see, I went down right away, so, even though our friend here didn't get as favorable matchups with his traits, at least we're able to kind of see what he can do with what he was given. So picking up the KO on the Litten there, that's pretty nice. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is with this Toxtricity, we really don't have a counter to it other than our Stunfisk here. So just getting a little bit worried here, but hopefully whatever he sends out, we'll get a little bit of chip damage on here with the spikes. Okay, so that's good. Stunfisk is pretty slow, so that's what I'm really concerned about here. So I think he's gonna get KO'd here, so we can at least Sucker Punch into the Toxtricity, because he did protect the last turn here. So let's go ahead and at least try to get some use out of the Snorunt here and give it an Ice Beam. Really unfortunate that we lost the Mandibuzz right away, because we did have the Tailwind on there. So unless he's switching out, maybe which choice specs. But we're losing the stun fisk here. That's unfortunate. Okay, so oh my, what else do we have here? You know, we do have our own Toxtricity, but do we leave it up to chance? And that's just crazy that we're down to our last 3 already. So you know what? We need to get the Toxtricity out of the way. So let's at least get our own Toxtricity out here. We're gonna Dynamax him, or Gigantamax, I should say, with the one that we got. So this way, hopefully we'll be able to at least pick up a knockout on him. But as of right now, with the Mr. Rhyme or Mr. Mime, no. Okay, so we'll Dynamax here. Let's just go. Oh man, I think we should be okay with a Max Strike, and then let's try to set up a light screen here just to at least get something going. At least defensively, since we did end up losing that Tailwind there. Hindsight might have even been better to maybe Dynamax the Mandibuzz, although I was kind of worried about losing I wanted to Gigantamax the Toxtricity though, because we got a G-Max, so you know we want to use this G-Max. So hopefully we're faster and we pick up the KO here with Max Strike. We only have 3 Pokemon left, so this is kind of a breaking point for us in the game right now, whether or not we pick up this KO. Alrighty, so let's see if he decides to Dynamax here. Okay, so that's good. I expect the Toxtricity to be Dynamax, but the thing is we Dynamax first, so that means we're faster. Oh, well, at least we're faster than the Axew. I can tell you that much. So depending on what he put on there, hopefully not a ground move. So, oh my, yeah. Should have really seen that coming. You know, didn't even think of that. We'll at least have the. We'll at least get up the light screen here to give us a little bit of a protection, and then we'll at least get some damage on this Toxtricity here. So it's a good thing that we at least chose to go ahead and Dynamax. But hopefully, if our Mr. Mime survives here, we can at least get an Ice Beam off into the Axew here. So not a whole lot. That's good. So we at least know for sure that we're faster than the Axew. So I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of this Toxtricity, and then I'm thinking. I'm thinking we go ahead and just hit him with the Ice Beam here. I was thinking Dazzling Gleam to get a little bit of chip damage on his Toxtricity, but I want to try to at least KO this Axew. But good thing is, we at least know that we are faster. But I did want to try to use Dazzling Gleam to maybe get some chip damage on the Toxtricity. But he's going to try to preserve him here, and he brings out the Electrike. And we pick up the KO on the Axew. Excellent. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So hopefully this Max Strike will pick up the KO here on this Electrike, and we'll be in a really good position here because we'll have one more turn of our Dynamax. Then we've also got Mr. Mime, who is really fast, and it picks up the KO here. So I'd say overall right now we're in pretty good shape. So if he sends out the Toxtricity again, I think I'm going to try to at least try to predict around the protect here. And maybe, depending on what comes out, we'll maybe throw Dazzling Gleam out with Mr. Mime. But, I'd be pretty sad if you guys weren't able to see our Galarian Slowpoke here with Substitute, Slack Off, Okay, so ooh, spikes, that's good. Okay. So I'd say I'm just gonna go into the Charmander here. And then I'll just try to attack the Toxtricity here with Mr. Mime. So hopefully, maybe we'll see a protect from his Toxtricity, but we might at least be able to get this Charmander out of the way here. Okay. So that's different. Kind of got like a switching strategy going on here. Not really sure how much that'll pay off, but decent amount of damage to the Hoodoo. Alrighty, so we pick up the KO on the Charmander, and we are one step closer to winning this battle. Really happy with the Toxtricity here so far, and I'm really glad that we're able to showcase him. But we also got a Poison Hoodoo, so I'm actually I actually haven't read what the G-Max is, what the G-Max move for Toxtricity is, so I'm definitely going to take a look at that later here. So hurt by spikes again, so all that switching is kind of just hurting him at this point. So I'd say let's go ahead and just do an overdrive, and then we'll just psychic into the Toxtricity slot. But all in all, I think we should be able to at least pick up a KO on Hoodoo here. So far so good. Mr. Mime is definitely coming through for us. Hasn't even been touched yet. So actually nice. Mr. Mime, I believe, has Galarian Mr. Mime has 100%, 100 base speed. 100%. Okay, so that's expected. But I do believe we'll be able to get off this overdrive here at least. Alrighty. See you later, Hoodoo. Okay, so I'd say that we're in pretty good shape. I don't believe he has any Pokemon left, so I think that is gonna finish everything up here for us. Should just be a moment here. Mr. Mime will probably go ahead and pick it up here. So great. So I'd say in this case, Mr. Mime did us a lot of good. Really great surprise trade showdown here. I'm hoping that you're going to be trying this one with your friends. Check out some of my other content. Subscribe. Hit that bell if you like what you see. I'll be bringing you more battle videos and different types of content throughout the next coming weeks here. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.